Hey guys, what is going on? Payne here once again, and welcome back to another edition of WWE 2K14 Experience. This past week on Monday Night Raw, the WWE Champion CM Punk showed his face to the thousands in attendance after what happened last week on Monday Night Raw when the Royal Rumble winner, The Rock, attacked CM Punk with his own WWE Championship title. Now, CM Punk took a moment to speak to the WWE Universe, saying that it was unfair and it was out of order of The Rock coming into the ring and attacking him from behind. Eventually, The Rock, the People's Champion, came out from the back and announced his intentions for No Way Out. He will be cashing in his #1 contendership, which he received when he won the Royal Rumble, when he eliminated 29 other superstars. So The Rock feeling pretty impatient at the moment. He can't wait until WrestleMania. He wants to face CM Punk with the WWE Championship on the line at No Way Out, the next pay-per-view in WWE before we head on to WrestleMania. It's been many years now since we've seen The Rock with a WWE title round his waist. Could we possibly be seeing The Rock as the face of the WWE once again come No Way Out? And speaking of No Way Out, this past week on Monday Night Raw, more qualification matches took place for superstars that want an opportunity of heading into the Raw Elimination Chamber. John Cena and the Big Red Monster Kane were ready to do battle once again this past week on Monday Night Raw, with an opportunity to head to No Way Out in the Raw Elimination Chamber match. These two went toe-to-toe before the Royal Rumble. John Cena came out on top then to receive a better entrant number in the Royal Rumble match. So over the past couple of weeks now, Kane, Cena, they've got to know each other within that ring. They would both know what to expect, but throughout this match on Monday Night Raw, as soon as momentum was built for Cena, he was knocked back down. And it was the same for Kane. As soon as Kane would start building momentum, Cena would come back at Kane and put an end to all momentum that was built. Now, this match on Monday Night Raw was huge for both superstars, but even bigger for John Cena. With each passing week, it just seemed as though a shot the WWE Championship was falling further and further away from Cena's grasp. Some would say that this was Cena's time, this was his opportunity to make sure that he was in that Elimination Chamber at No Way Out. If he wasn't, then he could say goodbye to the WWE Championship, maybe even his career. As they say, all good things must come to an end, and at the moment, it's certainly looking that way for John Cena, because as you know, younger superstars are coming in, fresh blood, and they want their shot at WWE Championship Gold. But John Cena, before Monday Night Raw kicked off, he was 110%. He was backstage. He would brush off any interviewer asking him questions. He just walked on by, straight to the locker room, got ready, and came out for this match against Kane. He was totally focused. He knows what he has to do if he wants another shot at the WWE Championship. Let's just cast our minds back to last week on Monday Night Raw. John Cena walked into Mr McMahon's office and demanded that he had a shot at the WWE Championship. Mr McMahon was furious, and he didn't agree with Cena coming in, being so upfront and in your face and saying that I deserve this. It's about time. I haven't been in that ring against the WWE Champion for such a long time. I'm being overlooked. This is not fair. But this week on Raw, Mr McMahon put all that behind him, and so did Cena. Totally forgot about it and said to Cena, you know what, I'm going to give you a chance. I'm going to put you in a Raw Elimination Chamber qualifying match. If you want to go to WrestleMania with the WWE title on the line, if you want to be in that match, that main event where everyone is watching, then you make sure that you win this one against Kane. It was going to be an uphill challenge for John Cena, but as we all know, Cena likes to rise to those occasions. Kane had definitely been doing his homework on John Cena. He knew what to expect. He even hit John Cena with his own finishing move, the Attitude Adjustment. Talk about adding insult to injury. But John Cena, he dug deep in this one. Started to turn this match around against Kane and was on a comeback. What a way to open Monday Night Raw. John Cena with the 5-knuckle shuffle, locked Kane into the STF. Would Kane tap? Eventually he got to the bottom rope. Kane is a big guy, so he used those big arms of his to his advantage, reaching that bottom rope. Kane was then on a comeback. He was ready to take Cena to his limit. Who would be going to No Way Out? Cena managed to put an end to Kane's comeback. Cena was unleashed in this match. He woke up big time. Chucked Kane into the corner, then into the center of the ring, went to the top rope, and with the leg drop onto the back of the skull, brought Kane back down to the canvas. And just look at the strength of Cena. Where does it come from? Cena with the attitude adjustment. That is how you do it, Kane. Went for the cover, and somehow, someway, Kane managed to kick out at 2. That double A from John Cena was the beginning of the end for Kane. Kane came running in to Cena in the corner, looking for that splash. Cena moved out the way, saw the opening, lifted Kane up onto his shoulders, and went for the cover after that double A. John Cena is in the Raw Elimination Chamber match at No Way Out.
Looks like everybody wants to make history. It's that time of year. They're all gonna throw their hat into the ring to face The Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Undertaker, WrestleMania 20-0. It's impressive. But in case you've forgotten, he's not the only person riding quite the impressive undefeated streak. The Shield has yet to be beaten.
Yeah, so before anybody starts running around trying to make history, maybe you should remember that the Eye of Justice is always watching everybody.
Good luck in your match tonight, boys.
Oh, and trust us, nobody can beat us.
Believe that.
Believe in the Shield.
The main event for Monday Night Raw would see the Shield going head-to-head against Rey Mysterio, Kofi Kingston and Chris Jericho in an elimination 6-man tag team match. As you just saw, the Shield announced that they are unbeaten in the WWE, and that if they don't get a shot at least being in the Elimination Chamber at No Way Out, then they're going to cause as much havoc as possible. So the likes of Mr McMahon and other WWE officials put the Shield in this tag team match. So if the Shield won this match, they would fill up the remaining spots in that Elimination Chamber at No Way Out. Obviously, it was the same for Rey Mysterio, Kofi Kingston and Chris Jericho. If they was to win, they would fill up the remaining spots in the Elimination Chamber. Last week on Monday Night Raw, Chris Jericho had his rematch for the WWE Championship against CM Punk, which he lost at the Royal Rumble, and then he lost last week as well. So there will be no more rematches for Chris Jericho for the WWE Championship. If he wants another shot at it, then he's going to have to do it the hard way by having to go through 5 other superstars in that Elimination Chamber match. This was also a great opportunity for the likes of Rey Mysterio and Kofi Kingston. Both superstars have been in the Elimination Chamber now numerous times and know what to expect. All they had to do was go through the Shield. One can only imagine what that Elimination Chamber match at No Way Out would be like if the Shield was to win here on Monday Night Raw this past week. Obviously they would have each other's backs, but then it's got to come down to 2 at the end of the day. Who's going to go through to WrestleMania if that was to happen? So it could mean bad news for the likes of Ryback, Cena and Daniel Bryan, who have already qualified if the Shield was to win on Monday Night Raw this past week. So they'd be watching very closely for the outcome of this match. Rey Mysterio went for the 619, managed to hit it on Seth Rollins throughout this match. Went for the cover, got the 2 count. It was absolute bedlam in that ring. All 6 guys getting in that squared circle, trying to break up the count, battling each other, fists flying, kicks finding midsections, the referee trying to keep things together, keeping note of who the legal man was and who wasn't in this tag team match. It was looking worrying to start off with for the Shield. If Mysterio got the 3 count, Rollins would have been eliminated from this match and it would be 2 against 3, harder for the Shield to overcome and advance through to No Way Out. Seth Rollins with a huge sunset flip powerbomb on Chris Jericho to the outside. Surely that's got to have some effect to his body, and it could have possibly cost Jericho this match as well as the opportunity of going through to No Way Out. The Shield were working well as a team in this match. Ambrose in as a fresh guy. Rollins sticking his foot on that top turnbuckle and using his boot as a weapon, slamming Jericho's head into the heel of that boot. It's going to have some effect. Jericho seemed to be lingering. He seemed to be dazed after that sunset flip to the outside. But that didn't stop Jericho from hitting the big moves. He took Rollins to the top rope, went for that Hurricanrana, hit it, went for the cover, and just got a 1 count. Roman Reigns was, for the first time, brought into this match, going head-to-head against Kofi Kingston, who was on a comeback. But Reigns put an end to that with a devastating flying clothesline there. The Shield came running into the ring. It took out the likes of Rey Mysterio and Jericho on the ring apron. And Reigns cutting Kofi Kingston in half with that devastating spear. Went for the cover. Chris Jericho came in. Then Rey Mysterio. But Reigns managed to get the 3 count. Kofi Kingston was eliminated from this match. It was 2 on 3. Jericho and Mysterio would find it increasingly harder now as the numbers game would catch up with them in that ring. Look at the Shield as well, like a pack of wolves. Reigns going to work on Jericho, and with such power, whip Jericho into the steel steps there. It was an absolute beatdown to the likes of Jericho, taking advantage after that sunset flip from Rollins. Jericho could have had a concussion for all we know throughout the whole of this match. The final countdown was on, and Ambrose and Reigns teaming up outside the ring with that double backbreaker. Reigns got back into the ring. Would it be 3 on 1? Would Jericho get counted out? But Ambrose chucked Jericho back into the ring just in time before the ref got to the count of 10. That just indicates to me that the Shield, they were having fun, annihilating Jericho. But Jericho, out of nowhere, hit Roman Reigns with a code breaker, went for the cover, and he got the 3 count. Roman Reigns was eliminated from this match, so he was down to a normal tag team match, 2 on 2. Who was going to No Way Out in the Raw Elimination Chamber? Would it still be the Shield, or would it be Jericho, Rey Mysterio and Kofi Kingston? Kingston was watching backstage, hoping that Jericho and Mysterio would pull this one out of the bag and make sure that they went on to No Way Out. The Shield reverted to dirty tactics after Reigns had been eliminated. Ambrose on the outside fighting with Jericho. The referee couldn't do anything as Seth Rollins and Rey Mysterio were the legal superstars at the time. The Shield, though, they had another setback as Mysterio went for the cover. Out of nowhere, Dean Ambrose came in trying to break it up, but Mysterio got the 3 count. Rollins was then eliminated. This match then turned into a 2 on 1 handicap match. Jericho Mysterio against Dean Ambrose. Ambrose hit the headlock driver on Mysterio, went for the cover after knocking Jericho off the ring apron, and the referee went for the count and got the 3. Mysterio was eliminated, and we was just down to 2. Which team would be going to No Way Out in the Raw Elimination Chamber? Would it be Chris Jericho, Rey Mysterio and Kofi Kingston? Or would it be Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns? The Shield. Jericho went for a drop kick. Ambrose managed to reverse that, knocked him back down to the canvas. And out of nowhere, Dean Ambrose with a cover on Jericho got the 3 count. The Shield are going to No Way Out in the Raw Elimination Chamber match. Well, obviously Daniel Bryan, John Cena and Ryback was watching closely. They've now got an uphill challenge to deal with at No Way Out after the Shield have now filled up all the remaining spots in that Elimination Chamber. Obviously Daniel Bryan wasn't too happy about it, nor was Cena, nor was Ryback. He's not happy that John Cena is in the match, let alone the Shield. But could we possibly be seeing In 3 weeks' time, Bryan, Cena and Ryback teaming up to get rid of the Shield. That's what it seems like at the moment, but Ryback wants to let it be known that he is ready to headline WrestleMania. Time to move on to Friday Night Smackdown now this past week. Some very interesting developments. Again, more qualifying matches for No Way Out. Wade Barrett would take on Justin Gabriel. The winner, of course, would enter the SmackDown Elimination Chamber. Dolph Ziggler has been given yet another chance to enter an Elimination Chamber at No Way Out. This time it would be SmackDown. He would be taking on the returning Christian later on in the evening for the main event. But first, Wade Barrett going up head-to-head against Justin Gabriel. Just imagine if Gabriel was able to beat Barrett here, enter the Elimination Chamber and win the match to go on to WrestleMania to face Randy Orton for the World Heavyweight Championship. So interesting, but he had his work cut out. He had to do everything in his power to put an end to Wade Barrett if he wanted that chance to go on to No Way Out. The last time Wade Barrett and Justin Gabriel had anything to do with each other was back in 2010 when NXT, the first NXT, came to an end and the Nexus debuted on Monday Night Raw, attacking John Cena, attacking the ring, taking it all apart, even the ring announcer Justin Roberts. It was part of a movement that shook the very foundations of the WWE. It eventually came to an end for Barrett as the leader of Nexus, as he was ejected from the group after losing that chairs match at the pay-per-view event TLC against John Cena. Obviously, Nexus went on then under new management of CM Punk. The bare knuckle brawler though, Wade Barrett, using those fists to his advantage against Justin Gabriel from the corner into a clothesline, taking Gabriel down to the canvas once more. Just when it looked like Gabriel may have built some momentum, the winds had changed with that spinning side slam to Gabriel. Wade Barrett looking to add insult to injury, whips Gabriel off the bottom rope, lifts him high into the air with that bull hammer. High elbow smash to the jawline of Gabriel, went for the cover and got the 3 count. Wade Barrett is headed to No Way Out in the SmackDown Elimination Chamber. But that wasn't enough for Wade Barrett. After the medical staff had come down to receive Justin Gabriel to take him to the back, maybe rushing him off to hospital, Wade Barrett jumps out the ring and starts going to work on Gabriel again, pushing him off the stretcher onto the ground and just pummeling him with kick after kick. The main event of Friday Night Smackdown this past week was yet another qualifying match for the SmackDown Elimination Chamber at No Way Out. Dolph Ziggler was given yet another opportunity to headline WrestleMania after losing last week against Daniel Bryan, and Dolph Ziggler's ex-girlfriend AJ Lee was in attendance for this one on the front row. She has done nothing but play mind games with her ex-boyfriend Dolph Ziggler over the past couple of weeks now. If you could cast your minds back to the Royal Rumble, Dolph Ziggler was on an unbeaten run and had an open challenge for anyone in the locker room. Daniel Bryan accepted. He returned after being out for many months. He managed to beat Dolph Ziggler and put an end to that. And once the match had come to an end, AJ Lee jumps into the ring, hits Dolph Ziggler in the crown jewels, and then plants a kiss on Daniel Bryan. No one knows what's going on, but at the moment it seems as though AJ Lee is taunting her ex-boyfriend and putting him off when it comes to important matches like this against Christian. A lot was on the line for Dolph Ziggler in this match against Christian. If he lost, he wouldn't be going to No Way Out, and you can say goodbye to that main event at WrestleMania. He'd be given no more chances to possibly go on to WrestleMania and face Randy Orton for his World Heavyweight Championship. Christian took a page out of Edge's book with that spear in the center of the ring. He didn't go for the pin. He probably could have won the match right there after that spear, but he wanted to flick that kill switch on Dolph Ziggler and make sure that he was going to No Way Out and entering that Elimination Chamber. Christian, he went for the cover. The referee went down 1, 2, but somehow Dolph Ziggler was still in this match. He managed to kick out at 2 whilst AJ Lee, his ex-girlfriend, watched on. Could Dolph Ziggler turn this one around and head to No Way Out? You've got to imagine what kind of effect that would have on Dolph Ziggler, having his ex-girlfriend watching on from the front row and basically taunting him. Christian out of nowhere hit Dolph Ziggler with a schoolboy roll-up and got the 3 count. He now advances through to the SmackDown Elimination Chamber at No Way Out, whereas Dolph Ziggler doesn't. He will not receive another chance now to headline WrestleMania. You've got to feel kind of sorry for Dolph. He's gone from undefeated in the WWE to rock bottom. Once Ziggler had recovered and come around and managed to get back to his feet, Christian offered his hand and said fair play, thank you for the match. Good sportsmanship from Christian, and that, guys, is the end of this week's WWE 2K14 experience. I hope you've all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.